Okay, this is for all those busy addicts out there. I'm not a gambling addict, just for the record, but I did used to be a busy addict. And I believe the busy addict is one of the most unrecognized, misunderstood addictions out there. So if you go to Google, right, and you type in, different types of addictions, you'll get like sex addiction, drug addiction, video gaming addiction, internet addiction, tobacco addiction, shopping addiction. However, there's no busy addiction. And I used to fall into that category of busy addicts. And the busy addict is someone that is just super stoked to have their diaries stacked all day with meetings. And not only are you stoked to have your diary stacked, but you wear it like a badge of honor. So when people walk up to you and they're like, hey, how's your day going? You're like, I'm so busy. And you're like thrilled to tell people, you're excited, you salivate to tell people how busy you are, because it's like an addiction. It's like eating chocolate. It's like being addicted to booze. You love it and you need it. And it just, I guess, starts to circle all throughout your life. And so the busy addict is definitely an under-discussed area. And I think the real question is, how do we do less but accomplish more? And that's what I've learned along my journey with business. How can we do less but accomplish more? There's a great quote by this Chinese investor, philosopher, and he said, his name was Lin Yutang. He said, the wisdom of life consists in actually the elimination of non-essentials. So the wisdom of life consists in the elimination of non-essentials. And I think it's so wise, because everything in life starts to become essential, where we begin to say yes to everything. And so I'm going to give you guys a bit later on what I call the 3-step Paramount ladder. It's a 3-step system to help you guard your time better. So we'll talk about that soon. But basically, people give out their time like Tic Tacs and just believe that we're going to be on this planet forever. Our oxygen tank is just going to keep rolling. And if someone wants to stack something in the diary, it could be a social event or whatever it is, it's just all about saying yes. Okay. If you don't practice or prioritize practicing your life, so if you don't prioritize your life, someone else will. Okay. So if you don't practice prioritizing your life, someone else will do it for you. And the number one, again, mistake people keep making is just saying yes to everything. Yes is the default. In this society, it's like society rewards people to say yes and, punishes people for saying no. And that's why that default. Yes, Peter Drucker said people are effective because they say no. The top entrepreneurs, they're fantastic. They're expert at understanding who they're going to give their minutes to. Okay. And I know if you're working, you're an employee, it's not so easy sometimes for things just to get jammed down your throat in terms of meetings getting, put into your diary. But I guess as you start to evolve, whether you do want to escape the corporate grind or the employment grind and move into whatever it is, running your own business or I guess more flexible style of working, I feel like on my journey, what's been really helpful is having full control of your diary and really guarding your minutes like gold. This 3-step Paramount ladder is for those of you who want to start or learn to start guarding your time better if you've got the option to do so. Okay. And just before I get to that, imagine you shift your mindset from stacking the diary, like enjoying your diary being stacked, to creating so much space in your diary where that is what you're aiming for. It's just a spacious diary with nothing in there. And I mean, it can be done by very busy people. And I'll give you an example. Like I remember reading a post by Jeff Weiner when he was the CEO of LinkedIn, right? And he did a really crazy or like amazing post that I think blew people's minds, where he used to create a lot of free space in his diary. And he was managing thousands and thousands of people, I think over 6,000 staff at that stage. And he's a busy dude, public company, it's a big social network. And he on purpose would create a lot of space in his diary, right? Less busy. And so if you had the option, I know a lot of people, they aim to go on maybe 1 or 2 holidays a year. Imagine setting the benchmark, the baseline, to be going on like 5-6 holidays a year. If you have the opportunity to do that, whether, whether your work allows you to do that, your family, or whether, financially, I'm just saying that shift the goalposts around creating more time, saying no more, creating more space so you can do more things. Okay, here's the 3-step Paramount ladder so you can guard your time better. Okay, so the first step is, what's the number one reason? This is for you to think about. What's the number one reason when someone tries to jam something into your diary? What's the number one reason you've been invited to the meeting? Just understand that. Second step is what are the implications if you don't attend? So if someone invites you to work drinks or there's some random meeting, what are the implications if you don't attend there? Be good to know that. The third is, what could you do instead with your time? So someone invites you to some social event and you turn up and you're like, fuck, why am I here? Or you wake up the next day and you got a really terrible hangover and you're like, why did I go? The third question is, what could you do with your time instead? So there may be a response to that which will help you say no to that. So get good, get comfortable at saying no. I wish I learned this years and years and years ago. I really started to understand this from really top productivity coaches that I've worked with and really trying to understand, the top serial entrepreneurs in the world. It's very, very common practice that they become extremely good at saying no. Okay. So anyway, this video is really dedicated to all those people who may be a busy addict and you don't know it. You haven't been labeled it. It's under-discussed. You get really pumped up just throwing crap in your diary all day, whether it's like personal, professional. You love being busy. This is dedicated to you, just for you to start thinking about how you can better utilize your time. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Catch you soon.